This is interesting. This is interesting. Okay, they're here. We all know this. Here we go.
The Anunnaki returning to Earth. My Pentagon Insider has been in.
Okay, so the amount of people that share in his video, and I'm not knocking the guy, you know, he's getting some good click money probably, but the Anunnaki, Marduk spent 400,000 years trying to be somebody. Finally, around 3000 BC, he was given the rank of the Most High, which was Yahweh, and he changed everything to monotheism. There is no way he's going to go back to Nibiru because he was nobody. This is the whole problem with what people make up stuff. Marduk is on the dollar bill if you even know how to read it. Watch my videos on that. So this one's never going to get shared because it's not clickbait. So let's pretend then, yes, the Anunnaki are coming back in 6 months, as this guy said. They're going to want tea. They're going to want to take over our planet. They rang us and warned us because they're very nice like that. So yeah, share this because they're coming. They're coming. Ooh.
They're already
the
here.
Anunnaki returning
When
to
was
Earth.
this? So then we have.
My Pentagon Insider has been.
Let's just show the whole
Okay,
thing, right?
so the amount of people that share in his video, and I'm not knocking the guy. You know.
Surprise! They're already here. Surprise! Anu came back in 2020. Marduk is totally Elon Musk. Just saying, and Yahweh is not the Most High God. Oh, hell no. No. So we're going to read this. I'll share it with you. It's a story. Story time. There's a time traveler from the year 2036 that was sent on a mission to stop the reset of humanity. The Anunnaki went back in time to the beginning of the human race and established it somewhere else. One place is where what we would call China in the future. The time traveler spoke that by the year 3000 plus, we don't have a future. I believe that, actually. No, I don't believe, I feel that. I don't want to say believe, I feel that too. That nothing exists and there is timeline was being distorted. So then they go back in time to find out what caused the change. I feel like that was in 2012. This gives birth to the Space Force in the battle for Earth control. Well, we're in this loop again. We keep going through these loops, man. Something with Blue Beam. They are already here for ages. Yeah, someone else is awake. Yeah, they're here. They're not coming. They're here. I feel and I sense and I know that King Anu was not here. And King Anu arrived. Okay, so what was it? Back in 2017 with the eclipse, right? Between 2017 and 2020, there were a lot of pyramid ships seen above the White House in the Capitol. And I believe that Anu arrived in really 2020. Maybe he was here back in 2017 because they shifted something in 2012. Clearly we know that, right? And then 2017 because a lot of us went through a significant shift in 2017, as you know, because you live it. And then like another level in 2020, 2019 going into 2020. And then that's just on my personal journey when I was like I was with Osiris. I was Isis and I was with Osiris. And then I was getting Ramses the Great. And I'm like a king and two sons. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like, what is going on? And like I've shared in my story, will never change because it's not a story, it's my experience. I was guided to all these specific books, these specific decks. I wasn't doing ancient reads. I wasn't even doing readings. I had done readings a long time ago and I stopped for a long time. And then I was guided to every deck I have. I was guided to it and I was getting a lot of memories of Isis and Osiris and Anubis, and I've shared that so much on here. And Ramses the Great, and then I had to research Ramses the Great, and this is stuff my mother like was really into. It was like I almost picked up like where she left off. It was kind of interesting. Not deliberately either, just like naturally. And about Atlantis and Tahuti, which is Thoth. And then we learn about Lyra, right, and the avians, or the blue avians, and the Pleiades, and just so much more. I don't want to get into all that, but they're already here, and I thought this was interesting that this guy thinks it's just 6 months. And I do believe, I don't want to use the word believe, because I feel and I sense that a timeline was wiped out. Something happened to us, I feel, in 1986, and then again in probably other times, definitely 2012. I see a timeline where this is so significant with us here right now in this time. Valentino, can you stop? That this timeline could run out like nothing. What they're gonna do is they're always gonna preserve Gaia. They're gonna preserve Gaia. Tiamat's already been through enough. They're gonna do what they can to protect her and save her, and we're a part of that. We keep looping through to get it right, so to speak. But I do see a timeline where there is nothing. And that freaked me out. That completely freaked me out, that I couldn't see. And that was a first. And it wasn't like because I couldn't see, it was like there was nothing to see. And I don't want to say absolutely we're in that timeline right now, because we can always change this timeline. Every energy is fluid, always moving, always changing, and we are consciousness, right? We are the divine. They made us, meaning the Anunnaki made us, but we are even more advanced than they are, and that's the whole suppression. And then I was shown, like, you know how there's, if you don't understand, these big mountains that look like stumps, they were cut off, so nothing could grow past that. You ever notice that? The mountains, nothing can grow past the mountains. It's because the big tree of life was cut. And Yahweh is not the Most High God, and I'll defend it to the ground. Just nope. Yahweh is Yahweh is Lucifer, and that's going to be the biggest deception to those who are truly in that loop of organized religion. And it would be devastating. It was devastating to me. I never believed in Yahweh anyway, but just certain things that I was learning and then realized, oh, wow, that isn't true. Holy crap. Those realizations we come to. You're not supposed to sacrifice Christ. We're not supposed to drink Christ's blood. We're not even supposed to, just... Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. But back to, like... First of all, Devil's Mountain. That's not the real name of it. But you notice how they relabeled that to a fear base, right? To put fear in you. Some feel it's a horn severed. A lot of these are trees. I have a picture of it that it's actually glowing and bleeding. I've shared that on my channel. But you notice the trees can't grow higher than the mountains. And I was shown that was because the tree of life, we're in the root, the heel, call it hell, the heel of the tree of life. We're in the dirt, we're in the graveyard, we're the bones, in the clay. Nothing can grow past that because it was removed. Because for right now, it's not allowed. I don't know. That's truly up to the Most High God who knows that, and maybe other deities that understand that. But that's how I understand it anyway. So I don't know. I hope that makes sense to you. I don't know if any of it made sense, but it made sense to me. And I love you. Thanks for listening. Peace.